Hey all, SMK Gaming here. Today's video is going to be a bit more chilled and relaxed, and I'm going to talk over something that's been on my mind for many months now, ever since Battlefield 2042 released. And that is the whole toxicity thing within Battlefield 2042. Not so much, the reaction to the game and the toxicity some players have been given towards developers, EA, DICE. Not talking about that. We're going to be talking about how the direction DICE and EA have been taking Battlefield seems to have been largely guided by reducing toxicity within the game. This whole kind of started in and around October time, whenever DICE and EA announced the whole Fair Play initiative. If you're not aware, it's a new way in which you could report players in-game for being abusive and basically being a nuisance and cheating, toxicity, any of that kind of stuff. You can more easily report them on PC and on console. As part of that whole Fair Play initiative, they also brought out a Battlefield Community Charter. Go over it briefly here. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Keep things fair. Share appropriate content. Keep things honourable. Respect others in the battlefield. Fight cleanly. Report violations of protocol. Report feedback. Don't cheat. Don't be a nuisance. What's yours is yours, protect it. Learn the rules of engagement and protect your squad. So obviously if people are talking about drug use and trying to blackmail others, whatnot, you could easily report it. This was fantastic. This is something the community have been asking for a long period of time, especially on console, to be easily able to report people that are being toxic, being abusive, whatever. Fantastic. It's there, it was great. However, DICE and EA have went far too far. They've removed what they believe are features in-game that promote toxicity. For example, in-game voice chat is not there. They viewed it as being more negative, compared to positive. So, imagine that you've got a slider here. And on each slider you have, in-game voice chat, scoreboard and whatnot. And they've weighed them up, and they have determined that in-game voice chat, scoreboard, its positives do not outweigh the negatives, so they've taken it out of the game. That is clearly the only way you can look at this. They view it as being negative, it promotes toxicity, and they've taken it out. Like the scoreboard, you may get a player that's going really good at the top. People think they're cheating, and they're sending them hate messages. Likewise, someone's doing really well, they look down below, they're losing, they see their team is, full of bad players, someone's going 0-20, they send a message, they might be abusive in the in-game voice chat, and, they're sending hate messages. Do the scoreboard, does the in-game voice chat promote toxicity? I don't believe it promotes toxicity, but can it cause toxicity between players? Yes, of course it can. Just like anything in life, it can do. Anything can cause toxicity to flare up among players. It's a competitive situation. It happens in sports, it happens in business, it happens in work, it happens everywhere. But clearly, DICE, EA, they're going in this direction where they want to try and remove as much toxicity from the game as they can. However, they do not realise they're tearing the game apart by doing this. They've put in a feature of reporting toxicity. It's been wanted for a long time. That was great. That's what people wanted. Just leave it at that. But they've went too far. They took out these features. So this whole reporting system is pretty much useless now. There's no scoreboard. So you can't really tell as easily if someone's cheating. You don't know if someone's on the opposite team, on your team going 100-0, using cheats. You don't know. So how are you going to know to report that player? You've put in this reporting system and it's pretty much useless now. It doesn't make much sense. Okay? And this whole direction needs to change regarding this. I now know, yes, they're working on them. They're called legacy features. Of course, that there has caused toxicity within the community, but that's not what we're going to go over here. These here are core features that should be in the game from the very beginning. Of course, you want to. It's great you want to remove and reduce the toxicity, but not at the expense of removing features in-game that 100% are more positive than negative. It blows my mind a little bit that they've taken this view. And I'm wanting to know, have you been abused in-game, folks? Have you had hate messages sent to you? Have you taken the view that they've removed these? I feel safer playing video games. I'm glad they've taken out in-game voice chat. I'm glad they've taken out the scoreboard. I'm glad. Have you taken that view, or have you been abused? You've had hate mail sent to you, but you're thinking, yeah, I've had it, but I get over it. You know, I would still much rather have in-game voice chat and a scoreboard and put up with it. You know, it's not that you have to put up with it, but that, you know, the benefits outweigh the negatives. And if you need to, you can report them. I want to know your feelings on this, folks, in the comment section below, because this is something they need. I feel DICE and EA need to understand. They need to hear from the community and their thoughts, especially the people that they're trying to protect. You know, say you're not a good player, you're not finishing up the scoreboard a lot of the time, but you take the view that, okay, I'm happy it's gone because people don't see how badly I'm doing, or do you take the view, a more positive view, yes, I'm doing badly, but you can use the scoreboard of a means to guide how well you're improving at the game. Because that's what I did. I was rubbish. See Battlefield 4, oh my goodness me. I was horrendous at that game. And I can still remember the game where I finished top of the scoreboard for the first time ever. I can still remember it. That was something that sticks in my mind. And if without the scoreboard there, I would never have known that. I would never have seen my gradual progression up the scoreboard, you know, where I'm finishing, you know, bottom 10 on average, you know, maybe the middle part of the scoreboard, and now I'm top 10. You know, now I'm 1, 2, or 3 most of the time on the scoreboard, but you don't get that progression anymore. So folks, I hope DICE rectify this and they see that this isn't going the right way. I'm smiling, but I'm absolutely, you know, dying inside because of how the game's turned out. It's, for me, and a creator making videos on stuff that I feel should be getting a lot of attention, but because the game is in the state it is, partially because of all these features have been taken out, it's not great. It's not great, and I'm still trying to keep upbeat about it. But yeah, so let me know, comment section below, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're nearly at 10k subs, very nearly. Hopefully by the end of this week, should be by the end of this week, we'll hit it. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like in the video, share it on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you again in the next video.